CODP, so Community Organization and Development Practice. And okay, I'll start doing the screen sharing. And can we have someone, if there are any queries in the chat box, can someone keep tab of it, because when I share the screen, I'll not be able to see. Okay, now is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it is. Yes. Okay. So let's go into the session. And this disclaimer part, we'll be sharing this content with you in the groups, and it can be used, it can be circulated, but please make sure that it doesn't get used for purpose anything other than the academic purpose. And the other important feature here is that, one second. Sorry. I'm sorry. And yes, and one more thing, whatever we are saying here are based on the information from the website and based on the academic calendars, other sources, and based on our experience, as in what happened in the previous batches. But nothing here, nothing, I mean, like no comment that we make here can be considered as the authoritative one or the most authentic comment. For any details, you need to write to the TISS admission support, as well as you need to go to the websites. With that caution, I'm starting the session. Right. And please let us not make it monotonous. If you have any doubts at any stage, please stop me then and there and ask me to repeat it or something. Or if I'm getting into too much of details, please tell me it is boring and let us stop here itself. And if if I tend to speak a little faster, please stop me there also. Right. So if we look at the process, we'll need to know where are we exactly in this application process, in this process of getting your name in the merit list. I mean, getting selected and getting into this. Right. Usually what happens is, the first stage is used to conduct this examination called the TISS'24. You'll have to write this TISS'24 exam, get its marks, and based on the mark, we'll be called for the other subsequent stages in the admission process. What happened this year is, this TISS'24 was scrapped and CUET-PG is introduced. All of you know this by this time, but there is a reason for stressing that CUET-PG has been introduced for the first time now. Right, so whatever marks that you get in your CUET-PG, it gets a weightage of 75% in your final mark, right, in your final merit. And you have a second stage, which consists of online assessment. Right, what makes this online assessment, we'll be seeing in detail in the upcoming slides. Right, so your second stage is online assessment, and this stage 2 has a weightage of 25%. So this 75 and 25 together gives you your overall mark, based on which your merit and your admission is going to be determined. So this is where we are exactly now. That is, we have given our CUET, we have got our scores, and now we are starting to go into the stage 2 of applying to TISS. So where do we get all this information? This is from your admission site, so which has been updated long back, right? So this is the information 75, and I told you what happens in the online assessment is, you have an extempore and online personal interview. This is for every course other than HRMLR, ODCL, and AC, social entrepreneurship. We need to note this here. For every course, this is the procedure. So what is the change for HRMLR, ODCL, and AC? They will have an online group discussion and case discussion for SE. So this is the only change. Other than that, the procedure, the process is just the same. Now, right, so this is exactly where we are as of now. And in this session, what is it that we are hoping to deliver is to explain the process to you, to tell you what the whole process is, how it will go about, where it starts, how it ends, and all that. And as of now, there is a big question among aspirants about cutoff. Like, I have got this mark, will I get into this course? What is the cutoff, expected cutoff for this course, that course? And there is this question of cutoff, which is very pertinent. And the timeline was not updated until a couple of days ago, but now we have got the timeline through the academic calendar. We'll be covering that as well. And the important process in your stage 2 is this DAF. DAF is nothing but your detailed application form, and interview and extempore preparation, which is your online assessment. We are hoping to cover all these topics today in this session. Right now, as we move on to the application process. So, as I said, now we have given our CUET PG examination. We have got our scores, right? So now you are at a stage where you have to apply to TISS. So in your CUET application, you said that you wanted to go into TISS and you selected some courses, and now you have got your marks, and now with that marks you are going to tell to TISS that, see, listen, you told me to take the exam, I have taken the exam, I have got the marks, now I am applying to you, now I am coming to you. So this is where your application to TISS starts. This process is your registration process. We'll go a little detail about registration process in a couple of minutes. Right, you're registering, which is open now, which is open since the last Friday. Right. After this registration, what will happen? You will get your results, and what this results will be based on the cutoffs. All of you are going to apply to some courses, and the administration will determine the cutoff, and with that it will give you the results. The results in TISS, you will not get results like this, wherein the numbers, register numbers, that wala results will not get. Instead, you will just get, you will have to go back to your portal, that application portal, and you will get a file which will say, so you will be applying for 3 courses, right? Course 1. So I have this course 1, course 2, course 3. That is your preferences 1, 2, 3. Whether you are selected or not, they will give you a mark, and as well as the cutoff mark will be given in the brackets. And then Y bar N. Y means yes, you are selected. N means no, you are not selected. If you are selected, let us say you are selected in course 1, you will get Y. If you are not selected in course 2, no. And in course 2, if you are selected, Y. So the result here is only Y bar N, and within brackets, they'll give you the category in which you are getting selected. That is how the results of this application process will be. So now you are doing your registration. By registration, you are applying to 3 courses. After that, they'll tell you whether you are getting to the next stage to these courses. What are the courses in which you are eligible for the next stage, right? And once this is done, your application to stage 2. This stage 2, this is your online assessment. The application to your online assessment starts. This application process is your DAF, detailed application process. It asks for a lot of details, and you need to give descriptive answers to 3 important questions. All of that we will cover later in the session. So, and then you will have to fill this DAF for your stage 2. After that, your online assessment will happen. All the dates are given, which I will be showing in a short while. So your extempore will happen, your OPA, your online personal interview will happen. After that, they'll give you the results, and then the certificate verification, finally admission process, right? So when I say extempore, this extempore is nothing but they'll give you a topic. You know, in school days we would have heard this jam, just a minute competition. They'll give you a topic, they'll give you 1 minute to think about the topic, and then you will have to talk about the topic for 2 to 3 minutes. That is your extempore, if you have not understood, right? This is the whole process of your admission, the application process, right? So right now we are at this stage, this registration stage, which started last Friday. So what is it that happens in this registration stage? One thing is your course selection, which is very important. So here, let me cover these topics. Okay, registration, the fees was 500 per course during our time. We are not sure what it is now. You might know better. For each course, and you can choose a maximum of 3 courses, and I have seen that the maximum of 2 campuses. 3 courses from a maximum of 2 campus you can choose here. So when I say you can have to, I mean you can choose 3 courses. The preference is very important here, right? So in my case, the courses I chose were CODP, Environment, Climate Change and Sustainability Studies, and then PPG from Hyderabad campus. Okay, these 2 were from the Mumbai campus, and this was from the Hyderabad campus, right? So these are the 3 courses that I chose, and you will be choosing your courses, and you have to order them. Ordering the preference is very, very important, because the course with the higher preference is the one that you will get. So 1, 2 and 3, this was my preference. Okay, why I say it is important, because in the final process I was absent for this interview because it was only for namesake I gave. Right, these 2 were there, and the marks that I got here were higher than the marks for CODP. Still, I got the seat only in CODP because that was my preference. Alright, so you cannot regret later. That is why your preference is very, very important. Okay, you cannot say like this course was better, I could have got here, I got a better mark there. You don't have any option of going back once your preference is chosen. Therefore, you need to choose your preference very, very wisely and very, very carefully. So what are all the factors that you need to take in to select your course? That is something you need to work a lot on. Do not make very hasty decisions, or very do not get attracted by any one institute or any one senior and go with that course. Take your time and select your courses very carefully. So this is covered. And course selection. Okay, so most of you would have given COQP 11 and COQP 12, right? We have selected like 5 courses for CUET application. For like different courses, you would have chosen a maximum of 5 courses. So now today the announcement was that you can choose different courses than the one that you have selected in your CUET PG application process. Example, let us say in social work, you wanted to do only CODP and LSE, right? This is what you have chosen in your CUET application form. But now, instead of CODP, let us say you want to do Dalit and Tribal Studies and LSE. Now you can apply. When the application form opened, when the registration process started, you cannot apply. But now you can apply. So this is very important, please note. But what is the only condition for this? The courses should be under the same code. Under COQP 11, you have like so many courses. Now you can choose between those courses. That is the update, or that is the latest update as of now. Like, am I clear so far? Do we have any questions as of now?
No, it's clear.
Yes? If you have any questions, you can ask now. Okay. So that is with the registration process, right? So as of now, I'll repeat, I'll summarize the registration process shortly. As of now, we are in this stage. We are going to apply to Tata Institute saying that I want to do these courses, these 3 courses in your institute. And how do I select these courses? Here comes the question of preference, which is very, very important. And how do you know about the course? We'll discuss a little later. Right, the preference comes very important here. And now I can select courses than the one that I had selected in my CUET application also. Only condition is it needs to be from the same code. Alright. Now let's move on. Okay, this is the result. Just to show you how the results would come. This is the final result. In the first stage also you will get this, your TISS'24 marks as well, whether you have qualified or not. So this is how it would come. Y, N, and in which category. Final result. Okay, preference is very, very important. As I said, my marks in my second course was more than the one in the first. Still it is N only because my first preference is CODP. Right? And then let's move on to this question of cutoff. By now all of you have so many questions on this cutoff. So as we move on to this, we subscribe to the idea that no prediction of the cutoff is accurate. There are a lot of cutoff predictions that is happening in the market that is available to you in social media through the institutes and all that. We don't deny that, but we stand that no prediction is accurate. When I say no prediction is accurate, why do I say that? Because as I said in the first slide, as I stressed that COET PG is being introduced for the first time in TISS, we say again CUET PG is coming for the first time, so we have no idea like which cutoff or which mark of CUET PG is good for TISS or which is not so good for TISS. We have no idea. For example, when you see the COQP 11 paper, if you go to the press release that the NTA gave when the CUET PG results came, it said that around 48,000 people have taken the COQP 11. Around 48,000 people, 48,000 and something have taken the COQP 11. Now, let us say at least like 4,000, 3 to 4,000 of this 48K is going to apply to TISS for COQP 11. This cutoff is going to be based on this 3 to 4,000 and the courses that this 3 to 4,000 will take. And no institute can get the sample that is completely representative of this 3,000 or 4,000 students. I mean, I'm just making a rough estimate that it might be 3,000 or 4,000. It might be less, it might be more. Let's say that only 1,000 students apply for this, or maybe 10,000 students will apply for this. We have no idea. We cannot do such predictions, right? Only based on the predictions that the institutes make are based on the input from about 100 to 200 students. They cannot be like truly representative of the, I mean, of the people that apply to this. Therefore, we no prediction can be accurate, and we can say any number. No, we can obviously say any number. If let us say even I would say a number if I was running an institute, or even if the work that we do, if it is a paid work, if we say that we will do free DAF review, we will give you free interview guidance at a nominal rate, and let us say that we are charging you for 100 rupees for one mock interview. If you are going to do that, then I'll also come with a cutoff prediction. Whatever cutoff you tell me, I'll say that you have good chance of getting into this. Let's say, or I'll say that you are in the border one. If you would increase your interview score, you will get into this. How do you increase your interview score? You come to me. So that is the idea behind this cutoff prediction that is happening in the market. So please do not fall for it. Unless and until TISS by itself gives you the result of your first stage, that is your application stage, we have no idea which cutoff is the accurate cutoff prediction, right? We have no idea what would happen. So please do not fall for it. Just go ahead with your application process. Let us see what is there. And if you would really feel like, no, I'm not going to believe all this, I really need cutoff, there are cutoff predictions that are available on social media and in the market. If you want, we will refer, not here in the WhatsApp group, we will refer, but not here in the session. But it is available. I'm not saying that it is not available. It is available. But please apply this caution that they are not going to be accurate because it is for the first time. But for the coming years, we'll be able to say like this is good, this is not so good. The chances are high, the chances are low, and all that will happen from the next year. Right, so that is about cutoff. Do you have any questions regarding the cutoff question as of now?
Hi, Pavithra. Could you please tell me that what was the cutoff for CODP last year? Like, what was if you are comfortable telling what was your marks, then it would help us to know what could be the cutoff.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. TISSNet scores and CUET PG score cannot be compared because TISSNet is one exam that consists of 100 questions. Okay, 40, 30, 30 divisions. We had 100 questions which every student that wants to get into TISS will write. Whether you are HRNLM or you are CODP or you are Habitat School, anybody and everybody has to take the same exam. And so the scores would vary. But now in CUET PG, you take a different question paper. HRL takes a different paper. Social work takes a different paper. And law and other people, they take a different paper and all that, right? Now the questions that you take are different. So we will not be able to make that comparison between TISSNet score and your current CUET score as well. But the trends will remain the same. The trend as in HRMLR will always get this high score. If you want the trend, this is the trend. HRMLR, Habitat School, and Health School. Habitat and Health are almost on the same level, and social work would come after that. And in social work, they say like some courses have higher cutoff and some would have lower cutoff and all that. And if you would go a little deep into how this trend of this HRMLR gets higher than social work or Habitat gets higher than social work, if we go a little deeper into the next layer, rationale that the people have is that it is always the humanities students that go for social work. Because it is humanities, we are not good at maths. Because we are not good at maths, the score is low. Okay, this is the rationale that they have. And again, that can be proved wrong. We have like good number of engineers and people from science background that are doing social work. And this assumption that humanities will not be good at maths is also very wrong. People from humanities can also do maths very well. So that is the rationale by which the trend is set. No matter what, this is the trend. Your score for HRM will be more, Habitat will be more, Health will be more than social work. And if you want us to share the TISS'24 thing, we can share the merit list from the last year with you, the cutoff and all the thing can be shared. But however, that comparison is not going to help you in any way.
Also, could you please tell if you know about social work in rural livelihood and social entrepreneurship? Are these courses both available in Mumbai as well as in Guwahati?
I'm not aware about the Guwahati campus. I think you must be aware about the websites as of now, right?
Yeah, I have been through, but it was mentioned that there were both in both the campuses. But during the form fill up, I couldn't select Guwahati campus because it was automatic selection. Uh, it was automatic. It automatically selected to the Mumbai campus. And
Mumbai campus. Okay. I'm not sure if Guwahati has LSE course. I'll check with them again. But if you're sure that it is in the website, then that is the final thing. But please write to the TISS admission support. admissioninfo@tis.edu. I have those links also in the coming slides. Please write to them. We'll check with others, and if you are in the group, we'll write back to you after checking with others. But also write to the TISS admission support. They'll help you out.
okay, thank you so much.
I had a doubt.
Yes.
MSW rural development ka will it be less than other MSW courses, the cutoff, or will it be more?
Rural development, if I'm not wrong, is a different code, right? SQP 17 or something.
HQP 21.
21. Yes. Okay. So that is a different. Different thing together. I don't know, like on what level it would be seen. Like if it is seen on par with Habitat school courses like RPG and all, then the score will be higher than the social work score. The other things. Otherwise, it might be on the same level as that of the social work.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Can we move on? Okay, this is the timeline. The timeline is available in the academic calendar. All of you might have seen them by now. If not, we'll share them also. Now it is our registration time. We are registering between April 25 to May 24. After that, they are giving you a correction window from 25 to 30. You can make some corrections. So, why this correction window becomes important is this announcement that you can choose courses other than the one you have applied have come today, almost a week after opening this registration form. So if at all people feel like no, I could have changed but I have applied earlier, maybe they can change during this correction window. Are they allowing changing the course or not is something that we do not know. So please write to them. Only then we'll be able to know. Right, write to TISS admissioninfo@tis.edu to know if changing the course is available in the correction window. So because only today they said that you can change your course, but about hundreds of students have already applied. And they might rise in protest. They might rise a question, right? It's not fair for us if you are not allowed to change the courses. So please write to them to know if you have already applied. And if you want to change your course, please write to TISS to know about if that option is available in the correction window. That is where this becomes very important. Otherwise, it is fine. And after this, they'll give you the results by June 10. Once the results are out, DAF is also open, right? You will have to do your DAF. DAF will be covered in the next session, and DAF is very, very important. So you should start doing your DAF preparation now itself, at this time, right? After results, from your results you will get to know what are the courses that are qualifying for the online assessment and what are the courses that you are not qualifying. So based on that, you can do your preparation. And DAF opening is June 10, and your online assessment begins on June 18. So the last day by which you will have to submit your DAF, they have not given, but it must be somewhere before June 18 definitely. So it is a very short time, just a week's time. So before that, we need to do the DAF and all that. So you need to start working on it right now. And then your online assessments go from 18 to 30. Online assessment, extempore, and online personal interview for all the courses. HRMLR, ODCL, and social entrepreneurship, they have their GD and case discussion and online personal interview. That is it. After that, you get your merit list, and after the merit list, document uploading, payment of fees to secure your seat and all that. After this merit list comes, we have like two wait lists. Like people might get selected, but they might have taken some other institute, or they might not be joining and all that. So all those seats will go, and waitlist one will come, and people from waitlist one will can just take up the admission, that document uploading. After that, waitlist two, and only after this, the final offline certificate verification, admission procedure, and everything. Your admission process gets complete. The formalities get complete only at this stage. And finally, your classes will commence from August 5. So this is according to the academic calendar as of now. And so that's all from my part. After the DAF and how to prepare will be covered by the other speaker. Do we have any questions as of now?
Yeah, what could be the extempore topics like when you appeared for the interview?
Yes. Okay. She'll be covering extempore and the DAF in detail, but I'll just give you a very small gist. Topics you can get it from your seniors, with the caution that they are only indicative. The topics will largely be based on your profile, based on your DAF, based on who you are, your undergraduation, from which place you come from. Your topics will be tailored specifically based on your personal profile and your UG.
Okay.
So these are the links. You can take a screenshot of this, and we'll also share this in the chat box on the group as well. And this PDF will be shared with you. But these are the links that you should always go to. You can contact your seniors, every help desk and all that, but every information that you get, please, you have to cross verify from these authentic sources. Yes, so that's all from my side. Thank you so much. I'll stay here. Gazal, you can take over. I'll just stop the
screen sharing so that I can continue.
Yeah, I'll stop. Yes.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Can all of you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I'll be speaking about the detailed application form, which the date, as you have seen in the timeline, is not yet started. Like DAF is not open yet, but it is time to prepare drafts. So I'll be talking about what all questions will be asked by them, and there'll be a few details that you have to fill in the detailed application form in the beginning, and then there'll be 3 questions basically. So I can go through those, and then I'll also be talking about the online assessment, and which is divided into 2 basically, the extempore and the personal interview. And if you have any questions in between, you are free to ask. It's totally fine to just interrupt and ask. that the extempore is basically like jam. They will be given a question. Sorry, you will be given a question, and you have to speak on it for 2 to 3 minutes. And for that, it's not like when you prepare itself, you need to see if you are able to reach about 2 minutes. So automatically, when you're speaking there, you will be able to reach that approximate time. So in extempore, you will be first given a topic, and then if you're not at all okay with it, and you're completely sure that you're not able to speak anything on it, or like not even a few lines, then only ask for the second topic, because once you ask the second topic, you cannot go back to the first topic. And just it's basically practice. The more you practice on different topics, which you can ask any of, please contact at least one senior in your particular course, and they can, as Pavithra said, they can share their experience, the topics they were asked, and you can similarly practice on similar topics. And I will be sharing the topics that I have for applied psychology after this session. So in the online personal interview, they are mainly checking your motivation, interest, preparedness, and basic subject knowledge from your UG. So they'll be first starting with why you chose this, and why you chose this particular course. And you can just simply say that when I searched in the net for this course, this is the top college for it. That's very vague. So you have to be specific and give a genuine answer to that. So that will show your passion for the field particularly. And then they will ask you technical questions, which in my experience is not very important. I'm telling you this because once you get into the course, also you can develop on your technical knowledge. And I personally fumbled in that a lot, even though I did prepare. Maybe because of the on the spot stress, I couldn't really perform well on it. So try to, even if you mess up one question, try to maintain that confidence level, and you're completely free to say that you don't know, and that you will be checking up on it, you will be reading up on it later. And they will also ask your work experience and internship, your hobbies, and any current affair question. And before that, I forgot to say the detailed application form, which all questions it comprises of. So first is why you prefer this particular program, and second will be mention any work done by you relevant to the field of the study. So it can be your internship, your any job that you have done before. It's not like there's more priority if you did any job. It's completely okay if you haven't done either of them, neither the internship or the work experience. Just genuinely say what you have done. And third will be the bio sketch, which comprises of, it's like a short life story, like you, it shows your interest, passion, and all of those things. Yeah, so it consists of it do not exceed 250 words. Be brief as possible. And yeah, your important life events should be there. Show why you have an inclination towards a course, and do not use sentences like I'm a sincere person who works diligently, because that's very subjective. They can't know from it how sincere you are. And do not exaggerate, do not give false information, and definitely don't beat around the bush. Be direct, since you have a particular number of words and you don't want to just be direct and be brief about what you're writing. And try to make sure that before going for the interview, you are sure about every nook and corner of your detailed application form, because you have to be prepared to ask about any, if they ask anything about what you have mentioned, you should be able to talk about it. Because in my personal experience, the topic that I got was should same-sex marriage be legalized or not? If yes, why? If not, why? And they asked this question because I had mentioned in my DAF that I try to be aware of LGBTQ issues. So it will be something related to what you have given to them. So you are giving, basically you're giving them the information from where you will from where they will be asking you the questions, right? So do not give very hard complicated things to them, and then if they ask about it, you don't know anything to say. So be genuine in that way. And when it comes to why you are interested in pursuing this course, um, you should have an idea of the course. Please get to the TISS website, read a lot about the institute, about this, about the particular course, and it's not like you have to buy hard it or anything, but you should have a good idea about the syllabus, the faculties. Mm, yeah, and when you write the tab, don't copy paste from the website or anything. So you should know the current events, which is political, social, economic, and the legal side of your particular field. And it can also be in general, which is not at all related to your field. You should know what is happening in your, presently happening at least, in your state, in your district, in India in general. Also, they asked me about the syllabus, the subjects that I had in my UG, which was really, it was from nowhere. I didn't expect
Gazal,
that.
one second. Sorry for interrupting. The slides are not moving. It is just this one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry. Okay. I'll try sharing again. What about now?
It is starting. Just move to the other slides. See.
Right, it's not moving. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Now you can see how to prepare slide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where was I? So there'll be three professors in the panel, and from what I've heard, you will get a panel where one person will ask, each person has a set of questions that they will be asking from your DAF. Like about the course and TISS, one person will be asking, one person will be asking the technical questions, one person will ask the current affairs and such general knowledge questions. Um, know, go to TISS website and know which all faculties are there in your course. It just shows the panelists that, okay, you know which all faculties are there, you know about the course, you know why you have come there. So when I prepared, I did not stop at one draft, right? I contacted my seniors. I asked if they have any inputs, they want to make any changes, do they have any suggestions? So I made like 5 drafts or so and made it more perfect. Um, so yeah, take multiple guidances from the people who have attended the course, sorry, attended the interview. And another thing that I did was I I I got into Zoom calls where I'll be there, or I'll just call my mom in, and I'll be practicing in front of the laptop, right? So that way, I'll also keep timings and try to reach 2 minutes in extempore and so that will really help. Um, and when once you get the topics, make an Excel sheet, keep all the topics in it, and web search it, try to read a lot. They can also ask recent research papers in your particular field course. Um, And yeah, like mainly as I said, they are trying to see how much confident you are, how much passionate you are, how much you want this course. So I wouldn't say you can be calm and you can overthink completely. You can't overthink because that would be normal. You will be waiting in the waiting room for about 2 hours, and that will be nerve wracking. But yeah, try to stay in the present and just try to give your best. Yeah. Um, I hope I have covered everything. If there's any questions, you can ask.
Hi Gazal, I have a question related to the preferences only and not the presentation that you have presented.
About the
Preferences that we have to select, like the course preferences. So I have these all 5 courses are of my interest. So 2 are from like Hyderabad, public policy and governance, and natural resources and governance, and rest 3 are from Mumbai. That means the water policy, uh, social welfare in criminology, and social welfare in women-centric practices. These are the 5 courses of my interest, but I have to choose 3 out of these 5. So one of the criteria are fulfilled that all these 5 have my interest, but now I have to choose 3. So what should be the next criteria, or if you can help me in choosing?
So, hi Rishi. While selecting all these 5 courses, like you must have gone through the course description and all that based on your interest, right? Now you have to go through them once again, like check the placement opportunities and all that, and the other factors like where are you from, how would you like to go to Hyderabad or Mumbai, the accommodation facilities and all that. These factors are mostly personal, on the personal level, right? These are the things that you have to see. I mean, the other courses, if you'll have to look at it purely on the academic basis, talk to the seniors from that course. And first thing is you have to like do the course description again and again. Course description you will get it on the TISS website. So go through that, check the courses, the credits, and all that, and then you go to the seniors. Do not directly go to the seniors and ask, and because we tend to like take whatever they say. So do the course description once again, and again like shortlist your interest, and then you have to do your preferences also. Just when you choose this 3 out of 5, you'll automatically get the 1, 2, 3 order also. But before you go to anybody, like read the course description again and again. All this expert advice that is available in the market is totally based on the course description and the placement brochure. And what sells the most is the placement thing. This placement, this package, that package. They tend to give you mostly the highest package for every course to attract more people into signing up for that course. But what is more important is the other factors that goes into the placement, that who gets the highest package. It is always someone who has some level of experience in the industry already. So all of these are not like explicitly told to us, but these are in the layers which we must be very cautious. And placement is important, but my advice is let's not focus placement as the sole criteria for selecting the course, because as you navigate through the 2 years, a lot of things will change. So we should have that space, to learn and unlearn as we choose a course. These are the things that I would like broadly tell you that you need to take it to. The other things Ghazal may add to it.
It's the same thing that I also want to say. Really go through the website, discuss a lot with the seniors, the people who are studying here. With that, I'm sure you will get more clarity on it.
Yeah, actually, I have just read this, the main contents which we will study, and I have just conversation with the seniors from Hyderabad, but I could not find any good contacts from Mumbai. So, do we have any helpline sort of things like where we can talk to the seniors, or some contact numbers or anything like that? because it would be better if I can get the placement ideas or the accommodation or something like that from which I can compare and choose the best.
Right. So MSF have released a poster in the Instagram profile about, each course has the people you can contact to. So you can check there. There's like 3-4 people given.
I think I will share the group link here. It will be help.
Yeah, that will be great.
Okay.
I have shared, and we'll also share this document in the group, and you can add yourself to the group. I have shared the group. Any other questions?
I think it's very much clear.
We have a question like how many marks one could get in the interview. Your online assessment together has a 25% weightage, and each of it will be evaluated on 100-mark basis only. Both your extempore will be evaluated for 100%, 100 marks, and then your interview will be done for 100 marks, and then they'll calculate it, weighted average. Maximum marks you can get as much as you can, even 100 or 90 plus. We have had people who have had this 90. How long will be an OA session, as in like how long your extempore and interview will go on? It might go on for some people have had it for 40 minutes as well. One of my interviews was for 35 minutes and the other one was for 10 minutes. There is no fixed time frame as such. Gazal, you want to say something?
Yeah, about the other question, each course will have their interview, and you have to prepare separately for each of them.
Do we have any other questions?
Will it be a single interview or multiple interviews for the each course chosen?
No. For each course, it is only one interview. One course, one interview. 3 courses, 3 interviews, like that.
Okay.
What about the DAF?
I think there is a question.
Varis, can you
chat.
repeat your question?
Is each course required one DAF or 3 DAF?
I think he's asking if we have to do one DAF or different DAFs. For every course, you have to apply separately. For each course, you have to do a DAF. Separate DAF only.
Because there's this question that you have to mention any work done by you relevant to that field of study. So you have to be particular according to the course you are opting.
I think he said that if my CUT PG score is a bit low, so if you do like extremely well in your online assessment, there are good chances that you might get over 90%. So it is a 25% weightage, right? Say for example, if your score is high, it would definitely boost the chances of your selection. though the weightage is 25%, it is very, very important and it is highly determining in your final selection. So you cannot just overlook because it is only 25%. You can do extremely well and you can get very good marks in your OA and all. There are people who have got 90 plus in their interviews. There are people who have got, you need to do extremely well. When we say extremely well, it doesn't mean that you have to be like very good in the subject knowledge or it should be overflowing with all the technical words and jargons. When we say extremely good, it means you need to be extremely sincere and you should present yourself as a person that is best suited for the course. You are coming here to learn for 2 years, right? So they would definitely look for someone who has the scope of learning instead of someone who's like so full of themselves and someone who's like, I know this about that course, this about this course and all that, I already know too much. Then they would be like, okay, if you know too much, you can do well without this also. So that sincerity is what the panel is looking forward in you. Any other questions? If you don't have any questions,
Guys, can you please send the DP of that group in the group itself, because it is not, and I don't know why. It is showing only admins can edit this group itself. If you can post that DP on the group itself, it will be easy to just find the numbers.
I don't get whatever he is telling. Rashid, are you able to understand? I'm not able to understand.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to understand.
Actually, I'm talking about TISS PG admission MSF help desk 24 group. So I'm telling you the DP in which the numbers are, the helpline numbers that are not being opened. So can you please send them as image in the group itself?
Sure. I will do after that, okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
So the PPT that we shared will also be uploaded to the group. And if you have any more questions, you can just ask in the group. We'll be answering them. And the materials also will be uploaded there only. If you don't have any questions, Rashid, can we wind up?
Yeah, I think it's time to wind up, guys. You both are done well. It was an immensely informative session. Thank you so much, Pavithra and Gazal Ayisha, for you delivered a wonderful session to us. And also thank you so much who joined here today's session. And I think hopefully you cleared all doubts here. Uh, so can we wind up? Yes. Thank you so much.